Good morning, everyone. So we had a very nice rain last night, along with all the thundering and lightning, and so far I haven't seen any of my trees that were hit by the lightning, but I know there was some very close at hand, and I may find some later. But 2.5 inches of rain I'm very grateful for. I had mowed up in here yesterday, and with not having a lot of grass cover up in there because of it being so shaded, it was dusty. Don't go. Come back here. Come on. She goes over there and goes through the fence and sneaks off to go down to her mom's. And so we'll let her back in the house before she gets into trouble, little squirt girl. Go in. I already got them breakfast in the bowls in there. But anyway, whenever I came out this morning and went to checking on things, I found 3 of my big kratom, or cratums, however people pronounce it, but anyway, had turned over, and one of the branches that I had put down for air layering under there has dumped over and pulled out. So I'm gonna take it out and I'll see if it has root enough. One before had enough root on it that I put it down and it's still living. But the wind blowing them over gave me an opportunity to look and see the roots that are coming out of the pots. This one has an old 5-gallon drum lid under it so that it doesn't, roots don't grow through my landscape fabric. But those two haven't done that, haven't been that way yet, so whenever I stand them back up, there's going to be something under them so the roots can't grow through my landscape fabric. That just gets very aggravating, having to cut the roots off and try to save them that way. But have some more blooms coming on. Whenever I rooted from my ex, I got the most of this little old nothingness, and she had bought this, and she said she thought it had a big old pink flower and a double on it whenever she bought it, but after she didn't, it rooted to the dirt, like talking about the kratums, it had rooted to the dirt, so she just left the pot out every winter and it died back, and when it came back, it's just a little old, it doesn't really even open to speak of, and it's just not much. And I wondered if, if hibiscus, if they had a root stock or something that they grafted a better flower to, but don't know. Still have bunches of blooms in here, and I have a number that are really swelling up nice that I think are developing seeds, so maybe later on I'll be able to share some seed with some folks. And these are my tea hibiscus that really need to have something done. I've got some in some of the bigger pots, and then this is some that I had grew from seed that I got from Todd in Texas last year, and had just made the one little stalk and never had any flowers. So, and a branch back here had gotten broken. I think a puppy dog stepped on it chasing a lizard, but anyway, I believe it's rooted, and that's one of my projects for today, is to take it on out and see if I can get it potted up. And I had stood my jackfruit tree up, at least this time it blew over this way instead of over on the the Kratom. But as far as I've seen from, like I said, as far as I've gone this morning, that's the few plants there turned over. And nothing really hurt. It's about all the damage I've found that the storm did me. I'm really surprised it didn't get into the moringa more. But anyway, everyone have a blessed day.